Where did I hear it? It was on a football thing. Leicester is the home of fox hunting.
Yes, it is.
Hence the fox on the badge.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So I listened to this thing where it was giving us reasons for why football teams use certain things.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like it said West Ham, they're known as the Hammers. A couple of hammers on there. Something to do that they were like steel merchants down there, like, and the bang things were hammers.
I always just assumed it's because of West Ham.
Yeah.
I literally assumed it was to do with the name of the town.
No, West Hammers. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no. Well, it might be. It might be the West Hammers. That's what it might be. But it's something to do with that. It's something to do with metalworks, basically. There was a metalworks in that area, and the first
I
team.
think West Ham's quite industrial, like on the Thames, isn't it?
And the first team was people who worked for this metal firm.
Right.
That's where it came from. Another one, which was funny. It was. One of them is called the Tractor Boys. Who's that?
That's Norwich.
It's not. It's Ipswich.
Yes, it is.
Ipswich were known as the Tractor Boys, and it started off as a piss take. I think, correct me if I'm wrong.
I guess that was for because they're just farmland over there.
Basically, yeah. I think they were playing somebody like Birmingham or someone. Do you know what I mean? And the opposing crowd started taking the mick out of them because they're like, we're farmers and calling them Tractor Boys. And in the end, they're like, they sort of just took it on and said, yeah, we're the Tractor Boys, and like made it their own. There was one about Crystal Palace, they're called the Eagles, because basically the team was doing crap, and something about the guy wanted to rebrand them and thought he wanted a strong name, and he went with the Eagles.
See, in modern times, I hate rebrands. In rugby, Newcastle Falcons just became the Newcastle Red Bull.
The what?
So you had Newcastle Gosforth,
right,
became the Newcastle Falcons, and now they're the Newcastle Red Bull because guess who bought them?
Right, okay. Are they owned by Red Bull?
Yes.
Newcastle
Happened a few months ago.
No, I didn't know that. I don't follow rugby. I should, though. It's a really masculine sport.
The Newcastle ground is tiny and it's freezing cold in the middle of a housing estate. I'm very excited to see what happens next season because when Red Bull do something, they do it.
They have the cash.
They're going to... I'd imagine the plans are to make the stadium bigger. They've probably got bands coming on at half-time and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
When Red Bull do things, they do things.
They do things.
Is this for St James's? Or is this for the Falcons?
No, it's Kingston Park. It's
right,
literally in the
okay.
middle of a housing estate.
Yeah, I know where it is. I've been once. It wasn't for a game or anything. I've been in there once before.
It's
I can't remember
the coldest ground I've ever been to.
Yeah.
I've never been warm in Newcastle.
No.
It's a horrible ground.
Does like the Newcastle Falcons rugby team, do they have like a stand and stuff like a football stadium?
I'd imagine so.
It's more, think of like a Northern Division football ground. It's that kind of size.
Diabolical.
Yeah, terraces on three sides.
Grim.
You can feel the cold coming through the concrete and through your shoes.
Yeah, like an ice ring.
It's a proper tiny little, that's it, yeah. Tiny little ground.
It's better than I thought. I imagined, just...
It's a horrible pitch as well.
Why?
Is it 3G they call it, where you play your five-a-side?
Oh, is that...
They've got one of those pitches for
Oh,
rugby.
that's bad.
A what pitch?
3G pitch.
What's that mean?
It's like plastic grass with little rubber pellets on it. They play rugby on it.
AstroTurf.
Wow. And they slide about on that?
Imagine
So
knowing that you're going to... It's one thing playing football, that you might fall over, you might dive to save a shot.
Gosh.
Playing rugby involves a lot of falling on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're literally sliding across plastic.
Yeah.
Wow. Who needs skin?
It looks horrible.
Mate, if you're picking it out, you crack for weeks.
Wouldn't you? Imagine like running. You're a big 24-stone lump.
Yeah.
You jump through the air and you just landed on your chest. And all you've got on is a little silk t-shirt.
I've played a lot of five-a-side on AstroTurf, and you pour it out of your shoes at the end of the match. Like you've been washing out the shower for weeks after playing on that.
Just get some places where you don't expect it. I had one literally like the back of your kneecap, that little bit there, when I was sat in the car on the way back, and then I stood up and I was like, what's that just fell? And it was a bit of AstroTurf.
No way.
Yeah.
Huh. What's AstroTurf? Like the sand stuff?
It's what I want to say is, I think, like old car tyres, I think it's that
It feels like, it's like little black rubber pellets.
Oh, that stuff.
Yeah.
I think when it first came out, I think they used to brush sand onto it, and I think these rubber pellets would replace the sand.
Right, okay. So it's made of rubber?
Yeah. It smells like rubber, yeah.
That looks green to me.
No, that's...
No, they put that grass down, and then in the old days, I think they used to brush sand onto it.
Right.
And now they brush little rubber pellets onto it, but
Like that
Yeah,
stuff.
that's the stuff. Yeah, and
Gosh.
it smells like rubber, so, but it is like recycled
Yeah,
tires.
that's
or
what I
something
think it
like
is.
that.
Recycled tires.
And they play football on this.
Yeah. When we play 5-a-side, that's what we play on.
Honestly, you're pouring out your shoes like you've been at the beach.
Huh.
Oh, yeah, they play rugby on that in Newcastle.
Wow.
Premier League rugby as well. It's not like an amateur club.
No. I mean, the tough blokes, rugby players, aren't they, as a rule?
Yeah.
Real tough blokes. Like, they do make footballers look like pansies, don't they?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess if you're a rugby player and you're a big tough guy and you play for Newcastle Falcons, I guess you're not going to complain about the hard ground. It won't go down well with your teammates, will it? Oh, it's a bit rough for me, this, No, I don't think it's part of their culture, is it? No. So are we rolling, Ron?
We are rolling, sir.
We are rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the People Like Us podcast. Welcome back. What is this, the third one of the year, Ron?
Yes, it is, yeah.
It is the third one of the year, and we are joined once again by the gift that keeps on giving, Mr. Rob Coates. Ladies and gentlemen.
We're doing the intro at the start this time.
We are, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I thought we've been doing it at like 3/4 of the way in, right?
No, the last time we had Rob on, we did it 45 minutes in.
That's beautiful. Literally before we finish, sort of thing, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. What's happened, Ron? Sorry, not Ron, Rob. Oh, this is going to be confusing, Ron and Rob.
Yeah.
What's happened, Rob? You back to work now?
Back to work.
So this is what? This has gone out the third week of the month, right, Ron? Yeah, third week of the month. So you'd be now 3 weeks into work,
Yeah,
right?
3 weeks in. Yeah.
3 weeks in, yeah. How was the first week back?
Do you know what? It was all right, actually.
Mate,
So,
can I ask you a question,
yeah.
right? The elephant in the room. When I was a little lad, when I was 18,
Yeah.
I used to read a well-known publication. It's only for the upper echelons of people. It was called the Daily Sport.
Oh, yeah, the Daily Sport.
You remember, it was a very, very in-depth read.
They broke a lot of big stories today.
They did, yeah, the Daily Sport. And I can remember sat in my cabin with the hairy-assed welders that I worked with. And there was always these very cultured stories about truckers in truck stops.
Yep.
And the highly intellectual activities that used to go on in these truck stops. Is there any truth in these sorts of stories?
So I've been driving about 3 years.
Okay.
And I think that the internet and Netflix and tablets and shit has ruined it. I've never been offered stolen goods for a decent price. I've never been offered a lady of the night for a decent price.
Right.
I've never been offered a beer or a barbecue from the forest. Everyone just parks up,
What a
gets the phone out and starts watching Netflix.
What a shame.
I was going to say, it's quite a big thing in America. They call them lot lizards over there. Have you seen them?
No.
It's
I've
basically
heard
just,
the name, yeah.
Yeah, it's a mental name. These are human beings. It's like women apparently wait like, I think it's like hours, like their version of a service station, like where you park up for the night.
Well,
And,
we have proper truck stops here as well that are just for lorries.
yeah.
So
Is
that
it
would
like
be yeah?
just a pure truck stop, no station, like
There's
petrol
a
or
few
anything?
lorry-only places in the UK,
I
yeah.
did not know that. But no, in America they've got them in a, like they'll park up and then apparently women will come out and they're called the lot lizards and you just pay to shag them basically.
Sorry, what is this word? Lottlers?
Lot
Lizards.
Lot lizards.
What it is, right?
Yeah.
Because truckers are all really hot. We're
Obviously.
basically heartthrobs. There's like a whole fetish around
Of
us.
course.
Yeah.
So these women go out to the truck stops in America and just shag some truckers.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I think the truckers, no offense to the bikers, but I think truckers and bikers are cousins. I think they fit in the same. They're not the same. There's more leather in the biking world.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel that like they're related. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what there actually is? There's always a communication sometimes because we've got to watch the road carefully and bikers have to watch the road carefully. So, for example, you might put that on the motorway. You know there's a motorbike somewhere, but you've lost him in your mirrors as you've pulled out. And you just go nice and cautious until eventually he comes past. There's always that little nod like, he knows what you've done. You know what he's done. Car drivers don't get that.
No.
Most car drivers are stupid, haven't got a clue what's going on around them.
I mean, they're the enemy, right? Car drivers,
I
basically.
wouldn't say the enemy, but you got to assume they're being driven by idiots.
Do you feel as a trucker, if for the American audience, do you feel a level of like superiority over car drivers?
totally.
Simply, like, is it just automatic? Does it just happen? Like,
Do you know, when you see a situation coming up ahead, and you back off a bit and you think, he's going to go there and he's going to... And it just happens. You just sit there on your throne above everyone going, exactly as I planned it.
yeah, just as I planned
I
it.
was going to guess that you can say the traffic before anyone else.
Oh, you do? Yeah, you see way over the roofs of the...
Yeah.
Although we shouldn't tailgate, one reason why we do tailgate is we can see what's coming. We know that you're going to brake.
Yeah.
Normally before the car driver knows he's going to brake.
Yeah. was going to say, because on the A19 yesterday, I was driving back and there was a lorry about 500 yards ahead of me. Put the hazards on. Everyone was driving normally. Put the hazards on. And I was like, probably traffic if he was doing that. You see people slamming brakes on and everything like that. And I'm like, fair play. I started braking when he didn't make. Like, I was behind him and I was like, yeah, fair play.
I feel like as a trucker, you do have a level of responsibility as well to sort of, because you're like the great big, slower moving object, that you've got to be like the boss, like you say, things like that, like putting the hazards on and stuff like that, keeping order. Let's say,
but it's the opposite reason why bikers are aware of the road. They're the vulnerable ones, and we're the dangerous ones. Yeah. So we do have a duty of care to the smaller vehicles around us.
No, but I am very disappointed about the truck stop stories not being real. Possibly they were real once back in the day.
I'm sure mobile internet and Netflix and things like that have killed it.
Some of them stories, they're just, you know.
See, some of the services like Donington and Thurrock down in London, I swear there are Eastern Europeans that live there.
Really?
When you go, there's like a group of 6 or 7 Romanian or Turkish lorries, always parked in the same corner, always got a barbecue going, always just passing drinks back and forth.
They've got a barbecue going.
So after you've driven 6 days, you've got to stop for 24 hours.
Okay.
So obviously, if they're coming from Romania, they're planning for that stop.
Right, okay.
So they pack the barbecues and everything with them,
And they just have a holiday?
And they just, pull the deck chairs out, pull the table out of the trailer. They literally set up a table and a barbecue, and all the Romanians will be in one corner of the car park.
No. Is that a thing?
It looks brilliant.
I've never seen that before.
No,
I wish I spoke Romanian sometimes.
I know. Well, you should just wander over, give it a go.
I feel like I'm missing out,
Let's have a look. Romanians in a truck
I've
stop.
seen their wives with them and everything.
Really? Literally a family outing. Kids in the back and stuff. No way. I didn't know that was a thing.
I think lorry drivers will agree with me here. There's a few services. I named Donington and Thurrock. I swear they've just taken over one corner as like a permanent residence.
Right.
I don't know what you would search to get a picture of it. Though.
Have you had anybody in the back of your truck yet?
No. I don't go abroad.
No, you don't.
I've never driven it abroad.
Well, you might get an English one. Like I mean, Scottish people are probably not far off.
I've had break-ins.
A break-in?
Like when you parked up at night, people might open the doors or slash the curtains.
What, to have a look what's in?
Yeah. No one's ever taken anything, though.
Well, the majority of the stuff's going to be big, right?
Well, the 2 times I've had my curtains slashed, the first time it was massive cardboard boxes of instant noodles.
Noodles? No.
So obviously they've slashed the curtains and slashed a box of fucking noodles.
Do you always know what's in the back?
9 times out of 10, yeah.
Well,
but the second time was Aldi special buys.
A what?
Aldi
supermarket. There's a special buys in the middle aisle, Aldi.
Oh, the Aldi?
In the baskets?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I had hiking boots and like backpacks and like hiking gear. Not saying it was shit, but they didn't take a single thing.
No. And listen, you've got some bad cargo when a thief's like, nah, I don't need them boots.
I can't sell these boots.
No. What's the like? I assume when you're a trucker, right? It like your wage packet goes higher on the dangerousness of what's in the back. No. Yeah,
but it's still a competitive market. So I used to my last job. I was transporting everything. I was taking bits from factories to JCB. I moved car chassis between Nissan sites, alcohol, Audi special buys, everything. I'm making more money now moving chilled and frozen food.
No way.
So it's still a competitive market as far as wages go.
What about the people who move like petrol?
Oh yeah, because they need a different license again.
Right. Okay. Because that to me, listen. I'm in an a different universe. I could see me being a trucker. I could do that. Instant noodles, Aldi hiking gear. Like, okay, a car chassis. All right, I'll do that. I'll drive up and down the country. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. But if you say to me, I'm gonna give you 40 grand a year, and you're gonna drive up and down the country with a bomb on the back of your trailer, right? Driving in high traffic environments where there's idiots like Ron driving in and out.
Oh yeah, stuff. Cheers, man.
Yeah, Need for Speed, young kids, and I've got a bomb on the back.
Yeah,
I couldn't do that one. Like,
but that's a whole. You get your Class 1 lorry license, but then there's also more qualifications such as hazardous materials.
Right. Okay. What about? Have you ever seen them ones? Right, they go up the motorway, and I don't know how they do it, there's always like vans surrounding them. They've got like a caravan.
Yeah.
They literally just got a more, like, not even a caravan, a static caravan. Like, not even that, a house just plonked. Or, even worse, them ones that, like, this just boggles my mind. Them ones with the great big, what looks like a big underground pipe. And there's little truck. There's little trucks like this big, and it's got this great big pipe on the back, and there's these arms here, and there's 2 trailers, one either side. They're taking up 3 lanes. There's vans with flashy lights, and he's just cruising 40 mile an hour down the A1. Like, what's that about? Like,
sometimes you've got to not give a fuck.
Yeah, man, you've got to have a level of zero fucks.
Even I drive a normal lorry.
Yeah.
But sometimes you go, I don't know, you've been to a warehouse in the town centre, it's tight roads, there's parked cars on both sides. You're literally doing 15 or 20, you've got to think, fuck it, I'm doing 15 or 20. You lot are waiting.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Got a job to do.
And that's how they've got to go.
Yeah, I guess so.
They know the safe speed they can go at. It's your problem if you're behind him.
Best one I've seen is I've seen one of the 3 on the, like a windmill, basically, one of the 3 points on the back of one. And like they had cars like behind it, in front of it with like stickers on saying wide load and everything like that, and like proper slowed everyone down, like bit with fuming. But
I drove past one of those parts in the lay-by in Scotland. I was thinking, how are they going to get that out of there?
Fucking massive.
And I saw on TikTok the next day they'd literally closed that town centre, so they could manoeuvre this lorry through the town centre.
Like some stuff, like for example, around here, like the Angel of the North. How'd they get them wings there? Like them wings look.
Good question. Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like somebody drove that there.
Yeah.
Like how? I mean, I assume it wasn't in one go. I assume it was in bits, right?
No, I haven't got a clue.
I don't.
Yeah,
I would imagine the body's one bit and the wings are another bit, but they're still really big pieces.
Yeah, like that's like what 2 or 3 trucks long, longer.
It's got to be, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's built in 3 separate pieces, body and 2 wings, and Hartlepool.
But the body moved in one go. No.
That body's like 40 foot, 50 foot.
Yeah.
It's a good size, the Angel of the North.
Somebody drove with that body on the back of a truck. How? And it is one piece.
There's a truck at the bottom that you can scale.
Wow. I'd love to have seen that.
Yeah.
That's mental. Look at that rusty when it was getting put up.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what they've recently done near to us? And we missed it because it was Christmas Day.
What's that?
They've replaced an entire railway bridge in Croft Village.
Really?
So south of Croft Village on the way out to North Allerton,
Yeah.
there's a railway bridge there. And they've literally, it's been sat in a farmer's field for a few months before they did it. On Christmas Day, they closed that road and literally lifted out the old railway bridge and lifted the new one in one piece.
Like Lego?
Yeah.
No way.
Although my dad wanted to go and watch it, but being Christmas Day, he had other plans.
Bah, that's a bad watch. Just sitting there all day in the cold watching the bridge get moved.
That's a British thing, isn't it?
That's a bad watch, that.
Old people like to say there was no such thing as autism in their day, but they love watching trains and bridges get constructed and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking, right? Well, that's enough. I've got my answer to the trucker stops. Is unfortunately for Rob,
they're boring nowadays.
Yeah, they're boring nowadays.
Know a lot of lizards in the UK.
Yeah, but I was thinking of this as well, right? Did everybody, you know, I'm sure you's had it. And the question is, was yours as like odd as mine? When you were a little kid, what were you scared of? Because I'm going to go first. And I actually just had to Google before you came in. Like, I always knew I was scared of the bunyip.
Okay.
Now, you're both going to say you don't know what the bunyip is, right?
No.
And then it dawned on me, I didn't know where I got this bunyip thing from, right? And just before you came in, I Googled it because I was like, yeah, what was the bunyip? And then I ended up with more questions than answers.
Okay.
Because it came from an Australian cartoon that was made in 1977 called Dot and the Kangaroo. Now, possibly I need to speak to my sister about this because with me and Amy being a year apart, there's a good chance that she will have watched this with me.
Yeah.
Being a kid. But somewhere where I was going as a kid, I was plonked in front of Dot and the Kangaroo. And there was the bunyip. And they sang a song in it about the bunyip, and it still haunts me to this day. I won't sing it. But basically, the bunyip, from what I can gather, is a monster or a creature that lives in the bush in Australia. And it's quite a scary thing. In If you're in Australia, you know, or from the 70s from Australia, you know what the bunyip is. Let's have a Google what it says. What is the bunyip? Bear with me.
There's a little thing here that just says the child eating bunyip. So
See what I mean? That's not a good start, is it?
No.
It's not a good start. The child eating bunyip. A bunyip is a legendary fearsome creature from Australian Aboriginal folklore, said to live in swamps, billabongs, and rivers, often described with a mix of animal features like a seal, ox, or manatee, known for its booming calls and for preying on people, especially women and children, and symbolizing the dangers of water. Yeah, so I was scared of the bunyip.
Okay.
Bit of a swerve ball, isn't it? But yeah, I was really scared that this bunyip was going to get me when I was a kid.
I didn't know that this existed till today.
No. Well, there you go. You do now. So there's the bunyip.
Yeah.
I was also scared. Did anybody get Ladybird books when they were a kid?
Yeah.
You did? No, of course. You were stuck in front of an iPad. You didn't have books.
I didn't have an iPad.
No. They literally had an iPad.
He's never heard of Enid Blyton.
You know, like, but back in the day, I had the first iPad. Like, were you? I won't go there. I won't go there.
Are you going to ask me if I'm an iPad kid?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't.
Good. What did you have? Books?
No, I didn't have books. I just used to go and play out with my friends.
I like good
You
answer.
know when you used to knock on the door going, oh, is so-and-so coming out?
So are you old enough to remember life without mobiles?
Yeah. I didn't have my first mobile till I was like 12.
Right, okay. That's
But,
weird.
like,
I had my first
12.
mobile when I was 12. So how
Really?
does that work? Not even that, yeah. My
But
first
I
mobile
used to have
about 14.
I used to have a very old like BlackBerry, and it had 2 contacts, and it was my mum and my dad,
Right.
and that was it. And I lost that playing on my bike.
Oh, hello.
So yeah, I wasn't trusted really with a phone.
No. So in the Ladybird books, right, there was a Ladybird book, many of them great artwork in them, but there was one called The Three Billy Goats Gruff.
I know that one. Yep.
And you know what I'm scared of in The Three Billy Goats Gruff, right?
It's going to be the troll, isn't it?
It's the troll. And the troll lived under the bridge, right? And if Ron just wants to bring up The Three Billy Goats Gruff Ladybird book, Troll, I just Googled it a minute ago, and still seeing that site there, because I haven't looked at him for a few years, it's still giving me a little, like a little shiver, like, oh yeah, it's him again. That's him under the bridge there, that mush.
This one.
No, third one, go back. Third one along. That one. That image there, I used to fear that image.
Oh, I remember that picture. Yeah.
And I used to think that they lived under the bridge. And where we used to live, we used to walk over a bridge. We used to live in a street called Westgate Crescent, right? And to get to school, we had to cross a busy road, West Auckland Road, and we used to walk through this like little, well, known in the UK as a cut. A cut. It's like a path between two nothings, isn't it? It's a cut.
You got like a cul-de-sac there and a cul-de-sac there, and they'll put a footpath between the two.
Basically.
Kind of thing, yeah.
And we walked through a cut, but there was a bridge over a beck. And I can still remember every day, me and my sister would run ahead and we'd, drop things in the beck. But I was always wary because what she didn't know, in her naivete, what she didn't know is that troll lived underneath it. So I had to, just keep, I didn't tell nobody and nobody else knew it was there, but I knew it was there. So I was always keeping an eye on my sister thinking, right,
Yeah.
if I'll run if anything happens and I'll get somebody.
Yeah. Well, a long check over your shoulder like a Premier League midfielder or something.
Basically, mate, yeah. Basically, yeah. But yeah, this troll, mate, was real. Scary times.
I remember that exact picture.
You do. You'll have had that book.
Yeah, I must have done, yeah.
Probably. So tell us, what were you scared of?
I honestly can't think of anything.
Just too hard.
Maybe that troll. I really can't think of much.
Mine was scorpions. Obviously, we don't have them. It was three things: scorpions, spiders, and the dark.
The dark.
The dark. So I would always have to have some light somewhere. It didn't have to be like the big light. I just had to be something little.
The door open ajar.
No, I never slept with the door open. Never did that.
Why?
I don't know. Just never did.
You've just made me think that when you said about the light.
It's a bit. I don't know. It's a bit creepy. So
You had the door shut when you were a kid?
yeah.
Mate, I had to be about 30 before I dare shut the door. Wow.
But,
So it was like just the scorpions in the dark.
pretty much. To one day, I actually convinced myself. I think it was like school holidays, and I might have been like 9 or something, and I was in my bed, and weirdly, I had toy scorpions.
What?
Yeah, so I like toy dinosaurs, scorpion, like all little weird insects, basically. And I was playing with them the day before or something, and I seen one of them on the floor, and it was dark, but I could see it through the crack under the door, and I convinced myself that it was real.
Right.
And like this is like early in the morning, you know, trying to go downstairs. I didn't leave my room till 3:00.
What? That scared of the scorpion?
I did not get out. I wouldn't peek over the bed to look if it was still there.
Right.
Yeah. Like no technology, nothing, no games or anything to play, just in my bed, locked in, just shit scared of a scorpion that you can't get in England, being alive.
To be honest, Ron, do you know what? A scorpion is a pretty, like, you know, I give you that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a real thing.
I think it's a valid fear.
It's a valid fear.
If you live in a place where they live.
Yeah.
But being 9, you probably don't know that you don't live in a place where they live.
No.
You know they're an animal and like, you know.
If I could buy scorpion toys, why aren't scorpions in England?
Exactly.
Like
So,
when I'm in England, when I'm in Florida, I'm scared of alligators. It's not so much of a fear when I'm in England.
Yeah.
I think it's that kind of fear,
Yeah.
scorpions
Well,
to me.
like I say, I was 9 years old and I was
yeah.
I convinced myself that it was real and alive and on my floor.
But
And
you
I wasn't
tough-
going anywhere near it.
You tough guys from Leicester, not scared of
No,
now.
I've just thought of one when he said at the night, right? I was like, how old would it have been? Let's just say 14 to make it funnier. Yeah,
Right.
I was probably a little kid.
Yeah.
You go into bed and it's like pitch black outside, and you put the bedroom light on, and the curtains are still open,
Yeah.
and you've got that crystal clear reflection in the window.
Yeah.
That reflection would scare me.
Yeah.
I'd be like, nah, that's not me. What the fuck's that outside the window? That's not me.
So we've got the bunyip, scorpions, and reflections.
I'm still scared about reflection now.
Yeah, man. But now, mate, them fears, mate, when you're a kid, your imagination's just class, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it can literally, like, as far as you're concerned, that's just real.
Yeah.
That's going to happen.
I convinced I heard Santa landed on the roof, mate.
Really?
Yeah. When I was like staying awake all night, you know, Christmas Eve, and you're like, you're aware of what Christmas is now.
Yeah.
And you just, you know, your mum's like, early night, you know, you've watched your film downstairs, you're in bed, 9:00, like, oh, and then you can't sleep whatsoever. And I think it might have been 2 a.m. or something, and I was convinced I heard something land on my roof.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I was thinking, because we don't have like an open fireplace. But then I also told myself that Santa will just unscrew the electric fire and then crawl out. So
Of course.
I think I've just, looking back now, I think I've just got this weird thing of me just convincing myself that things are real. Like, well, Santa might be real. I've never seen him.
I was on the verge there of saying it could have been, right? No, right. It was Santa. Yeah, it was Santa that landed on his roof, children. Any noise you hear on Christmas Eve is Santa landing on your roof.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it at that.
No, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
Of course it is.
I mean, what else would make a noise on Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can't get spiders.
I can
And
remember
spiders, scorpions in the UK.
I can remember looking at the gas. Remember gas fires?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had like the grates and shit, like the metal things and the little like whatever they are. I wasn't smart enough to think. See, I didn't think outside the box. I didn't think Santa unscrewed the gas fire. I thought he came through there. I thought he just like, you know, because he's Santa and he can just morph. I just imagined he just came through like goo, you know, like, and just, I used to look, I can remember myself like staring at the fire for ages thinking like, it's tight that like, you know, it's, I used to think he was quite impressive that like.
He's a big bloke as well.
A big bloke.
I thought you had a magic key.
Do you remember the first time that you, I don't know what you left out, I mean like, you know, we weren't living in mince pie and milk land, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we were leaving a glass of water and a dog biscuit out for him, something like that, do you know what I mean? But I can remember the first day coming down, or like, it might be not the first, but my only vivid memory of coming down and seeing whatever we'd left out bit, and like,
Yeah.
just like thinking like, oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
any fool at school that was telling me that Santa wasn't real, well, I just had categorical proof.
Yep.
Like, it's simple as that.
And Santa like the same birds my dad did.
Exactly that.
What a coincidence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think I remember once looking, you know, like if you have a digestive biscuit, I'm pretty sure we were leaving a digestive biscuit. That's what I seem to remember. Right. If you've got a digestive biscuit now, right, and you had a big chomp out of it, what you'd see when you looked really close is a little bit of saliva. There'd be a little bit of a wet patch where your lips had caught it on the way out if you'd had a nice succulent bite. And I can remember they must have, I can imagine I must have woke up and someone must have shut downstairs and bit it. Do you know what I mean? Like there and then. Because I just shit the cell and thought, oh no. And I can remember looking at the biscuit and seeing some moisture in the corner and just being like that's Santa's slaver. Do you know, like,
Oh my God, he's
yeah,
just
like
been.
literally, like, you know, like touching it, like maybe lick it, you know, like,
Oh, no.
will I like be magic now? Like, but yeah, man, I can remember, like, just again, these people were so silly, just saying like Santa wasn't real because like the biscuits bit.
You
Yeah.
never like
Like-
kick yourself and go, oh, I just missed him. His
Yeah.
saliva's still there. He was only 8 or 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, man, it was class, wasn't it? So good. Yeah, man, Santa. Oh, yeah, do you remember the first day you like realized it wasn't real? Like,
I couldn't.
man was a slow process. It started off as rumblings. You know what I mean? I still remember the guy that told me he's called Vernon. Class Vernon. He was like a bloke when we were at school. Like, we were all kids and he was like a man. Do you know what I mean? He was just bigger muscles and stuff like this. But he was always clued up. He had older sisters, see? He had
Yeah.
older sisters. So
Yeah.
I can remember being like last year juniors, third year juniors, something like that. And him starting this nonsense. Oh, that's what I thought. Nonsense that Santa wasn't real. And going for about a year, really, going back and forward to myself, not wanting to look uncool and not wanting to end up getting a slap, because Vernon would have slapped you
Yeah.
if I'd been, an idiot. So just like, yeah, but really just thinking, Vernon doesn't know,
Yeah.
he's whatever, Vernon. But then slowly but surely over the year, like more and more people saying it and like me being like one of the last to even pretend that I knew it wasn't real, but really in my head, none it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the end, just dawning on me one day, it's been like, right, this just fits together, yeah? He's not coming through that gas fire, is he?
No.
And like, it's funny, like, my dad turns up in the morning, and then that biscuit gets munched, and all the prezzies are there, and there's all this rumbling, and I have to stay upstairs, and all of a sudden just been like, oh my God, I don't believe this. You lied to me
Yeah.
all these years. So sad.
It is.
So sad, isn't it? To be fair, like, it's I think it's good. I don't have kids, so I don't really have a place to say, but I think it's good to have an imagination as a kid, innit?
Yeah.
It's good to,
Definitely.
like, play that
I
game.
feel bad for you because you found out of other people. I found out for myself.
Tell me more.
It was Christmas Eve. It was about.
You found them. You caught them in the act.
No. Well, I'll get on to it. I was at my nana's house, and my nana's house is one of them houses where you always go through the back. I've never seen anyone go in or out the front door.
Yeah.
In my nana's house the entire time. And there was always a passageway in the living room to the front door. So every Christmas, the tray would go up, furniture's rearranged, and every year there was always coincidentally a chair put in front of the passage to the front door. Yeah. So you never batted an eyelid. You start growing a bit older and, getting like 7, 8 year old. And then one year, the chair wasn't quite covering it. It was a little bit further forward and angled so you could see the telly a bit more. And everyone was in the kitchen, joking on, having a bit of family time, Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in the living room alone at Christmas Eve, and I open up the door. I peek my head in, and stacks of presents. in the
No.
passageway.
So what? So at that moment,
But I
your
didn't say
brain
anything.
pieced it all together.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God. I was like, it's Christmas Eve, Santa doesn't deliver on Christmas Eve. So
doesn't, though?
No. So it was like, but I couldn't say anything. Like, I can't go, I know Santa's not real now. And they go, well, how? Because then they would feel horrible for not.
Santa is real, right? And that was like the empty wrapped boxes to help Santa out 'cause he's so busy on Christmas Eve.
Maybe.
So he comes to your house, puts the gifts in the presents, and then your parents put them under the tree.
He is
Yeah,
flat out, like,
Yeah.
isn't he?
But-
So what? So you've clocked these, and like, so let me just put myself in the mind of 9-year-old Ron, right?
Yeah.
So your family's in there.
I haven't actually said this, so this is going to be the first time my family find out how I.
So you peeked, right? You peeked in this door.
Yeah.
You've seen these prezzies.
Yeah.
You've literally clicked at this point. Okay,
Yeah.
Santa's not real because they wouldn't be there.
Yeah. Because my heart's dropped out my ass at this point.
Of course.
I've closed that door pronto.
Yeah. So as your brain pieces together that it's my family doing this,
Yeah.
these people are corrupt.
Yeah.
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 So you then
I hated them for a brief moment.
Yes.
I was like, these years.
So you're now sitting on this couch, literally stewing, like literally like just all kinds of messed up,
Yeah.
like, and you've said nothing.
No.
You've gone about your day. You've
Yeah.
kept it in your mind.
Yeah.
And you thought, I'll get you.
But I tell you what,
I'll get you down the line.
I tell you what, that night I slept like a baby.
Well, they say knowledge is power, don't they?
Yeah.
At this stage, you're already like in the game of chess.
Yeah.
You got the upper hand now because
Yeah.
they think they're tricking you.
Yeah.
But like,
See, I would rather kids find out the way I did. I think it shapes you. You know, I think
it's a painful way to find out because it's so immediate. It's so
is,
sudden.
but I think yours is actually worse. Like when I'm older, if I find out my kid's the one going around telling everyone these heinous crimes, I would hate that. I would hate for my kid to be the one to tell other kids.
See, it's a bit like I'm going to sort of make this akin to being killed. Which you were killed suddenly, mate. Somebody just literally put the gun to your head and went, poof, and you were just bang. That was it. It's over quick. Yeah, it's sudden. It's a bit harsh, but it's over. That's it, done. Mine isn't like that. The way I found out was like a slow, torturous, psychological death.
Yeah.
A bit like how the Americans kill the people they don't like who have assets and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They waterboard them, they pull the fingernails out, allegedly. Stuff like this. It was a slow and painful. Then, you know, you maybe think you're going to get free and you maybe think, oh, they've stopped it now. Now they've been befriended. No. Now they're pulling your toenails out. And it's slowly but surely, they grind you down. And then your parents are still in denial. Slowly but surely, you get killed. So probably your way is best.
Yeah.
Have you got any siblings, Ron?
I have an older brother,
How much older?
3 years.
I'll tell you what I was thinking. I know we're both the eldest. I was wondering if you asked the younger siblings if they would say, oh yeah, my older sibling told me.
Probably.
Or they dropped too many clues or something like that.
I probably did tell my sister that. I
My-
would share
my
that.
brother-
There's 4 years between me and my brother. I can't remember, but I bet you he found out because of me about that.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Oh, yeah, just think.
No, I think my brother was fucking clueless. Like,
So he still believed.
yeah, because obviously I didn't say anything. And
How many years you say?
3 year difference. So
1 year?
3.
3 years.
So he'll have been like 11, 12. So at that point, though, he's going into secondary school. So I think he'll have known. But he never told me. So if he knew before me, then I have a lot of respect for him.
Yeah. Well, you know, probably not the time to talk about Santa in January, but, you know, probably should have saved this for the Christmas special. Like, but
Just schedule this upload for next December.
yeah. So there's a little 20 minutes on that.
Oh, it's been a tough 50 weeks at work, Dan. I don't know about you.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what, you'll have. I've got a story about a fox I'm going to tell you. But first of all, I've got to ask you, because it is a bit of a hot topic. Because whenever something's happened, Rob,
Yeah.
you've always got an angle on it that I've not heard.
Go on.
What do you think the crack with this? What do you think about this Trump and Venezuela stuff?
I think that's one of the best military operations I've ever seen.
It was beautiful, right?
To go into a country without warning and just take the leader alive.
In his bed.
Under arrest.
In his bed.
What an operation that was.
So he was arrested in a tech fleece.
Oh, what? Yeah.
Tech
With a
fleece.
Nike tech fleece on, yeah.
I thought
It's
that
brilliant.
was brilliant. That.
Just from a military point of view, what a fantastic operation that.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's quite a feat, isn't it?
Was it like 90 minutes or something? It wasn't even length for a football match.
Yeah, literally. Like, just moments. Just, okay, we're just going to go into the capital of a country, right into the heart of it, one of the most secure men in the world,
Yeah.
protected as, you know, all kinds of this, that, and no, we're just literally going to get him in his bed
Well,
and match him out.
It was definitely an inside job.
Of course
Because the
it
vice
was.
president's now in charge.
Of course it was.
And there's no way you're getting that close to the president without a fuss unless there's inside
no,
workers, you know.
there's a snitch, isn't there?
But this is also going to affect Russia and China
Why so?
and the Middle East. Because
'Cause they've
Venezuela has 1/5 of the oil supply.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And America now control it.
Beautiful.
Which means they can, if they want to, they can just drop the price of the oil by flooding the market. Russia have got their money, China have got their money, the Middle East have got their money.
Did you hear how much of a gangster Trump was when they asked him what you're going to do with that oil? You not seen that reel? Mate, like, obviously, right, I have to put my disclaimer in, I'm a total moron, right, and I know absolutely nothing. But from what I gather, the talk is that this man had to be captured due to drugs because he was putting drugs into America or playing a part.
In the past year or so, America have blown up 3 or 4 boats from Venezuela that were trafficking drugs into the country.
So that seems to be the talk, that this guy's a dictator and he's hurting America, blah, blah, blah. Definitely was nothing to do with the oil, right? Definitely not bothered. But Trump was giving his, stood there all, looking very pleased with himself, like he is, and the reporters were asking him stuff. And one reporter, I'm not word for word, but she or he had said something along the lines of, "What are you going to do with the Venezuelan oil reserve that you kind of now have hold of?"
Yeah.
And he very nonchalantly said, "We're going to keep it." And he said, there was like a silence. He went, "Yeah, we're going to keep it. We might put it in our reserve. We might sell it. We might use it, but we're going to keep it." And then just as if that wasn't gangster enough, he said, "Oh, and the boats, we're keeping them as well." Like, and you just like, when I first saw it, I thought, "Oh, it's AI. It can't be real." Like someone is just like having a laugh. But like, as time's gone by, no, he literally did say, "Yeah, we're going to keep it."
I'll tell you what's a weird one. I keep saying on my TikTok all the time. Have you seen the White House's TikTok account?
No.
And the shit they post. They
are such trolls.
Yeah, I'm watching it. I'm like, that can't be posted by them. It is.
What are they torturing people?
The best one was highlights of Ice to the tune of Pokemon, got to catch them all.
No.
And that was the official White House account.
When it's the White House account, it's basically the Republican Party, right? It's
yeah,
not the White House.
Whoever's running it is posting the best memes.
Well, it's Donald Trump's crew, right? Basically. Yeah. Well, Donald Trump's quite good at socials, isn't he? He's quite active.
He's a natural troll as well.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
Yeah, got to catch them all was
So this is the official White House.
Yeah.
President Trump imitating trans weightlifters.
Yeah.
No. That's so good. And
that's the official White House.
Obviously Trump's approving this. You know what I mean? Like what?
Last night on the order of the President of the United States, and in support of a request from the Department of Justice, the United States military conducted an apprehension mission in
Feels like a movie trailer.
to bring to justice two indicted persons, Nicolas and Cecilia Maduro.
Nicolas Maduro had his chance until he didn't. He effed around, he found out.
This was one of the most stunning, effective, and powerful displays of American military might and competence in American history.
But I don't understand yet how they haven't figured this out. And now, if you don't know, now you know. Because this is the way it's going to play out. And I think people need to understand that this is not a president that just talks and does letters and press conferences. And, if he says he's serious about something, he means it. But don't play games. Don't play games with this president's in office, because it's not going to turn out well.
Listen, whether you love him, hate him, or you're indifferent, you can't deny that this guy's an absolute G. Like he is a serious dude. Like he does it. Like, have you heard what if any other president has said this, right? Because after the Venezuela thing, he stood on his getting into Air Force One like he does, like all cool and that, and he basically in passing said a few comments, and he said, and Colombia wants to watch out too, because they're da. If any other president had said that, he's they're bluster. But you've got to really pay attention to that now. Yeah. He wants to watch what they're doing as well, because they're next. That's what he said. They're next.
Every world leader now has to be on alert.
Yeah, he ain't fucking about.
If he can do that, he can do that to any country.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he'll post about you on TikTok.
Yeah, literally post about it on TikTok, yeah. What an absolute gangster.
I think this might be the one where I was saying 76 or 73 million, sorry. Yeah, the one what we just had. No, it's a different one.
That is an absolute G. Absolute G. I'll tell you what, right? There'll never, ever, ever be another guy like him.
Absolute one of a kind.
There'll never be a guy like him. I'm not even saying, I probably sound like a fan of his. You know what? If I was going to say it, I probably think he should. Do I think he should have did what he did? No, I don't actually think he should. You can't do that. You can't just impede and you can't do that. You've got to be diplomatic. You can't just go in and pinch world leaders.
To quote Trump, it turns out you can just do things.
Yeah.
The second term he came in, it's not the Gulf of Mexico anymore, it's now the Gulf of America.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't do that. Yes, I can. I just did.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I don't totally agree what he does, but like I totally I love him for just who he is, just how much of a
what
G
I've
he
liked
is.
about him from day one, right, is if you disagree with him, at least you know why you disagree with him.
Yeah, man.
Because most politicians won't actually tell you what their position is.
Oh,
He does.
yeah.
And you can say, I agree or I disagree and have a conversation about it.
Yeah, man.
But apparently the next one he wants is Greenland.
Well, he's been after Greenland since the start of this term.
Yeah.
You see, there's a problem with that. Not to turn this into a political thing. So there's a bit of a problem with that, which is it's all very well going and bum rushing Venezuela and telling Colombia that they're next, right? Okay, sound. You ain't Greenland is NATO.
He's looking at just buying it.
Yeah, buying's a different thing.
Because they bought Alaska off Russia.
Yeah, buying's a
Yeah.
different thing. Denmark won't sell it, just so you know. But as far as just going in and taking it, you got to stop calling it Greenland. You've got to call it Denmark, because that's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
So America are not going under any circumstance whatsoever. This might age badly, I might say, but there's no way Donald Trump is going to take a NATO country.
But
That's what he's doing.
Apparently the people of Greenland would rather be under American control.
Probably.
So maybe you can push them into getting some kind of vote or referendum on it.
Yeah, maybe.
He was
Look,
saying
if-
I think
could
it's
be-
vital for them to get it because I think Russia wanted it as well.
Yeah. Strategically, it's in a very good position.
There's probably natural resources there that are untapped as well.
There's loads of oil around there, yeah.
There will be. There'll be stuff deep underground, to be honest. I would have thought. But I don't know. I can't see him taking it. I think that's nonsense. Mexico, he's also mentioned them. Nah, mate, they ain't getting. But Colombia, as a country, I think they probably need to really
But I think,
listen to what's happening.
to answer the first question, what do I think of the operation?
Yeah, man.
This is how I'd rather war plays out. So I don't know what the actual fatality number is for this Venezuelan attack, but it can't be very high.
No, it won't
Not
be.
compared to Iraq and Afghanistan.
No.
He did it, I can't remember which country it was. In his first term, he bombed an airfield. I think it was in Iran.
Right.
And he warned them. So they got all the men out of the way and he just flew a plane over and blew up a load of jet planes. One casualty.
Nice.
That's how war should... Don't kill people. Just blow
No.
the shit up.
Yeah, I'm just going to blow your base up. You got
They did
24 hours to get
They
out.
did a bunker bomb in Iran, I think it was last year.
Right.
No casualties. Just blew a bunker up.
Yeah.
I would much rather that kind of war than 10 years in the desert just shooting everybody in the necks.
So is there no conspiracies about it?
Other than it being an inside job,
Which
as in people in the Venezuelan government must have wanted this.
which at this stage you don't even think it's conspiracy. It's just well, how would he?
Yeah,
exactly.
How did they turn the electric off? Obviously there's somebody giving him something, right?
If America invaded literally any country and went to their parliament building, you'd be expecting a firefight.
You would.
Yeah, it's a,
You would.
got to be an inside job from somebody. But other than that, there's no real conspiracies about it.
Again, I don't know too much about Venezuela, but from what I gather, it's due to this guy, they're saying, this Maduro, that it's an absolute shithole.
Despite having a fifth of the oil in the world that we know of, whilst he's been, it may be him and the previous guy, but at least him and the previous guy, the economy shrunk 75%.
Yeah, I heard that.
If you were trying to crash the economy, that'd be an impressive number.
Yeah.
Their whole economics and it's all just shot to bits in it. It's absolute chaos,
it's
basically.
bad,
So
They're hunting down zoo animals to eat over there.
yeah,
It's
that sort of
shocking.
shit. And remember, 10, 15 years ago, Venezuela, or 20 years ago, whatever, not long ago, Venezuela was a really good country. Obviously, it had its South American crime, but it was no different to say a Colombia and things like this.
There's clips of Jeremy Corbyn and Bernie Sanders praising it. So this is how socialism can work.
Yeah,
10 years later. And
Venezuela had a big tour because they've got that Angel Falls, right, in Venezuela, the tallest thing. So there was big tourism and stuff. I could remember being a kid and Venezuelan footballers playing in the Premier League and stuff, and me googling things, like I say, a kid, early 20s, and thinking I'd love to go there one day, and looking at flights, and it was an actual thing. You could go to Venezuela, but now you wouldn't go to Venezuela.
I think it's Venezuela that I heard about where they were using eggs as currency.
Eggs,
because the value of the eggs were holding up longer than the value of the currency.
You can believe it, right?
The eggs go off after not long.
Not long. No. You know about eggs, don't you, Rob? You know what I mean? You'll never live that down,
Is it
mate.
story time for Ron?
Yeah. Have you?
We were going on a family holiday to Florida.
Right.
And obviously Amy's got the stress of the kids and the big case of medication. Everyone's sorting out the passport and the paperwork. So in the queue for security, sorting all the shit out. I went, oh shit, I've got my eggs. I didn't want to waste them and throw them away. So I boiled a dozen eggs before travelling to Manchester Airport. They'd sat in my hand luggage overnight in a hotel room. And I pulled this to... Oh, it fucking stunk. 24-hour-old boiled eggs.
Jesus.
I just
Nicely
just dumped the whole thing in the bin.
nicely festering in the bag. Yeah,
I would have let it go through the scanner, mate.
Yeah.
What was this? Have you got?
Didn't
You have a
take,
look, man.
didn't even take the lid off the tub where it fucking stunk.
It's became like a family story now that this thing where he was walking through the airport with a fucking box of eggs, Jesus Christ, Rob, like not drugs, not guns, no, box of eggs. Yeah.
Well, the first time I went away with Amy, right, the kids have got all sorts of eczema and allergies and stuff, loads of prescription medicines.
Yeah.
So being the gentleman, I went, oh, I'll take that case for you.
Nice guy, right?
And we got to the departure gate, and they randomly picked me to have my hand luggage searched. What's in this case, sir? Loads of drugs. What are they for? Not a clue.
Not me. Did you pack it? No.
No.
Not good. Not a good start.
What's that one? Dunno.
That's the 3 wrong answers before we've even started. Like, yeah.
The case is still shut at this point.
I've never carried one of her bags since.
No. Yeah, twists and turns there. So I'm gonna tell you a story, right, about a fox. Now, I'm going to tell you the real version of events of what happened, right? Because my mother and my sister have heard, my mother has heard the story from my sister, which is not true. I'm going to tell you what was going on, right? This was any normal day. This was a night time. This was about 8 o'clock. It was dark, winter's night. I was walking my mum's dog, Wilson, right? We went on our normal route. Okay, so picture the scene. There's me, my 19-year-old sister. She's talking about, nonsense like she talks about. I'm walking alongside her, listening with the torch. So it's pitch black. We're in like a woods, right? So there's no street lights, no anything. We're just walking, dogs running around. And I'd say, 5 minutes into this walk down this path, I, as normal, thought, oh, where's Wilson? You say, he's behind. I shine the torch behind. Come on, Wilson, come on. He's sniffing a molehill like he does. And just by chance, I happened to catch a glimpse of something. And I looked again, and I could see, like when you shine a light and there's eyes reflecting back at you.
That glint.
Yeah, I haven't got the best eyes to start with. So I'm like, what the hell? And I can see this fox doing the prey thing, where it goes down low and it shuffles along the floor fast.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's all happening in slow motion at this point. So my sister's still studying, telling the story. I'm like, Wilson is obviously a golden retriever and a complete retard. He's literally backwards. Do you know what I mean? He's just he's just got shit for brains. Do you know what I mean? So he's sniffing this molehill, completely clueless that there's this thing creeping up behind him, right? And at the end, I'm going to ask you a question, right, about this. So just hold this thought, because this story goes on a while. So I, being the hero I am, run towards a dog going, hey, trying to make noise. And this fox stops, right? And it stands up and sticks its chest out. And the dog, still clueless, starts running towards me. Anyway, the dog runs past me and I'm looking at this fox and it ain't, it's close enough for you to think it would run. I'm talking 10, 15 feet, maybe 2 lengths of this room. And it stood up like this at me. And I'm banging on the floor, trying to scare it away. And it's not ran, right? And it's just stood looking at me, right? And I'm thinking, I've never seen this before. Normally foxes are scared and it runs off.
Yeah.
This fox weren't scared.
This is the point where I'm thinking, could I take a fox in a fight?
Yeah, and what else I noticed is I thought, gosh, that's a big fox. Mate, I'm not joking you, right? If you've looked at the size of a normal golden retriever, I'm not exaggerating. That fox was the same size. And I'm looking and I'm thinking, gosh, I've never seen a fox that big. And I'm like, my foxes, I remember, are little cat-sized things that look skinny and they've got fleas and they're going to die. They're just little rats, really. No. This was a wolf. This was a red wolf, right? And it was, I will say, and it's, to its praise, it was a very beautiful fox. It really was it looked like something out of the Animals of Farthing Wood. It was totally beautiful, a total specimen. Didn't look skinny, well fed, looked chunky, big fluffy red fur, something you'd see on Attenborough.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. But the wow was overtaken by he ain't scared of me at all, right? So I'm like, right, okay. So I'm walking backwards, and I'm like, I'm start walking the other way, but obviously you've got the torch behind you the whole time. I'm like looking forward. Sophia, my sister, she's giving it, don't be stupid, it won't do anything. And I'm like, right, like, okay. Foxes don't attack people and dogs. And I'm like, yeah, well, she is right, they don't. Like, as a rule, they don't. And anyway, we walk off, maybe, 20, 30 feet. And so I'm going forward, I'm looking behind, the fox is still stood still, looking at me. I'm doing like this, forward, front, back, front. And this back, I go back again, started following us, right? So this fox is now not running, just walking after us. Now, this went on for about 2 minutes, right? And what I noticed is, slowly, it was getting closer. The fox was moving quicker than us. And so it was like 20 feet. Now it's 19 feet. Now it's 17 feet. And obviously, if this was just me, I'd be like, okay, I'm in control. But there's an element I'm not in control of, and that's this retarded golden retriever that is completely clueless to what's going on. He's just bouncing around, hello, wanting to lick my hand and that, hello, molehill, I'll have a piss here. And at one point, we've walked further, and the dog's obviously lagging behind again.
Yeah.
And the fox has done the crouchy thing again. And this time it's not running, it's like creeping up towards Wilson. And I've seen enough at this stage. I thought, listen. And Sophia's going, you're stupid, it won't do anything. And I'm losing my temper. Sophia, are you backward? This isn't normal. This circumstance is not normal. You're not normal. So I'm in conflict between, am I mad here? But I can see what I can see. This is genuinely happening.
Yeah.
This time I've ran over, I've grabbed Wilson by the collar this time, and I thought I need to do something about this. So I've gone towards the fox, holding on to Wilson, kicking my feet out, giving it, And what a normal fox would do is go, shoot off. Mate, honestly, the attitude of this fox, it looks and went, and just slowly walked off into the bush to the side. As if it was staring me out as we went. And I was like, this is weird, this. Anyway, so now I've got hold of the dog. I'm putting the dog on the leader now. I don't like this anymore. The dog's like, okay, we need to sort this out.
Yeah.
Walking a bit. Anyway, looking behind, no fox. Looking behind, no fox. Okay, let the dog off the lead now. So, right. It's been a minute since I've seen the fox, right? Now, where I'm walking, so picture the scene. I'm walking on this path, this dirt path. To the right of me is the beck, like a little river. And to the left of me is the woods, right? And as we're walking, I'm constantly like this behind, looking around. Sophia's, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not listening now. I'm just completely, I'm now guarding my family. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is, I have to protect us. And at 1 second, my torch, I'm not looking to the side because there's woods. I'm looking forward and back on the path, forward and back. And at once, just by chance, I swung the torch to the left where the woods is, and the fox is there, right? And it stood just to the side, from me to you away, Ron, right?
Yeah.
There's no space, there's path woods. He's in the woods, and he's coursed us all the way up. He's gone in the bush, then walked alongside us, mate, right? So I'm like, Sophia, look. And she's like, oh, he's gorgeous. I'm like, yeah, right. He's following us. You're mental, you. No, he's not. I'm like, oh my God, listen, this is part of the problem, not the solution. Right, okay, this is serious. To cut it is a long story, but to cut an extremely long story short, this fox followed us the whole walk. So now I've got my eye on him. And what he's doing is he's going from opening to opening. So there'd be an opening and he'd be still, right? And then there'd be loads of foragery where I couldn't see. And then there'd be another opening and he stood at the next opening, right? Waiting for me. I'm like, this is mental, this. But he's calm. He's not he's just, I'm keeping an eye on you. Yeah. Obviously, Wilson's going in the bush. I've lost. Wilson, get here. No. Long story short, mate. We get all the way back. This goes on now for 25 minutes. This fox has cost us the whole way, right? The whole way. We get to the end. At the end of the walk, there's a great big field. That's what it ends with, a field. We've walked across the field, so now we're in a big open space. I feel safer, right? Yeah. I can let the dog run about. Anyway, now, get right in the middle of this field. I'm scanning. I've got one of them torches that goes miles, you know what I mean? One of them proper torches, miles. Anyway, I think I'm safe. And then as we're getting to the end, we're across this great big field, I catch a glimpse of the eyes, right? It's popped out of a bush, mate, and it is scurrying like a rat, mate. But it's scurrying towards. I can see it moving like this. It's going, mate. It's coming direct at us, and the dog is again sniffing a molehill because he's retarded, right? So one more time, big scream, big carry on. Well done, Fox stops again. I've had enough of this. Lead it right. So we're going. We've walked out onto the path through the streets. I'm looking behind. The fox has followed us. It's peeping round in the coppice. My sister's just having none of it. She thinks I'm mental, right? Anyway, that's the end of the story, okay, of the fox. I get back and I'm telling people, listen, I was about to get eaten by a fox. Like, I have literally just saved this dog. My mother and my sister think I'm absolutely balmy, and they are dead convinced. Said, you're stupid. Foxes don't attack dogs. Now, I'm happy to be wrong. And if I am wrong, then this was just a curious Mr. Fox. But you know, like, you have certain things and they're like instincts. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have an instinct. They say humans can tell, like, if someone's looking at you. Sometimes you can feel the eyes in the back of your head. You know, like them instincts.
Yeah.
My instinct told me that we were in danger. My instinct told me that this fox was not just Mr. Curious Animals of Farthing Wood. My instinct told me that if I allowed it to happen, that fox was going to have a go at that dog. That fox clocked and thought, that dog's special. And he just thought, this dog is an absolute doyle. I'm have a go at this. Because he was the same size.
Yeah.
Like, so my question to you people is, am I backward, right? Because the events I've told you happened, right? And the question is, was I in danger, and was this fox going to try and eat my dog? If not, please explain to me what I'm missing.
Okay, before I can make a conclusion, was any of that, and be honest, any of that over-exaggerated, or is that truth the truth?
100% true on my mother's life.
Okay. I think there's always a chance. For as long as dogs and foxes exist, I don't think there's a 0% chance that a fox doesn't attack a dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's Google that.
I think your instincts were right in wanting to get out of there, but
Yeah.
I think the fox was in defensive mode. I think there's probably a fox, what's the word, nest, covert? I think there's a fox house somewhere in that area. Maybe it's defending some cubs.
Says
And it was-
here, English foxes generally avoid dogs, seeing them as a threat, but can attack very small dogs or puppies, especially if protecting cubs, desperate for food, or if the dog gets too close to a den. While larger dogs are usually safe, it's best to supervise small pets and secure enclosures, as rare incidents of aggression, sometimes leading to injury, do occur, often relating to disease or territory.
I
Related to disease.
think it was stalking you to make sure you stayed away from its home.
Yeah.
You think?
I like that.
Because when I used to canoe when I was a teenager, and if you saw a swan, they said, do not stop if you see a swan. Because if you stop anywhere near the nest and you can't see where the nest is, it will attack you.
Right.
So if you see a swan, you've got to keep going, whatever happens. And I think the fox was doing that.
So that's I think that was the explanation I was given from my mum. Because what I said is, look, okay, let me go into your. I felt like I was going to get the dog. Not me. He wasn't looking for me. He wanted the dog. I thought that the dog was going to get attacked. Okay, so that wasn't going to happen. And let's say it was, which I think was what my mum says. She said that, like, it's probably because what I told you happened. Those events happened.
Yeah.
So okay, it's protecting its den. Like, it went quite far afoot. Like, it went quite far. If you're going to protect a den, don't you just stay around the area? Because it followed us quite a long way. I mean, like a 20-minute walk away.
Don't foxes have quite large territories?
Maybe, but that's what it owns. All of that. That's all of its
Maybe.
gaff.
Well, you got to think though. What's the predator to the fox? Is it like crows, stuff like that? Is it like
Don't know.
birds?
Well,
Badgers.
I think foxes are one of the more intelligent animals, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to want to fight three creatures that are bigger than it.
That's what I was thinking. But it did.
Yeah.
But
Well, you gotta
maybe it
think
would have fought if you'd got too close to the nest.
Yeah.
So why was it stalking? Why was it looking like it
Well,
was
just to make sure you
Keep
don't
an eye
come
on
back.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so there's a group of teenagers sat on your front wall at night, right? They're not doing anything bad. They're not even dropping litter. They just sat there chatting. But you keep looking out the window like, you just stay that side of the wall.
What if?
I think the fox was doing that to you.
What if this scenario, looking at the stuff that we know, this was a very large fox, biggest one I've ever seen. What if this was, and I quote, a rare incident of aggression, sometimes leading to injury?
Yeah, but after that, it also says often due to what and territory.
I think you're right to be prepared to fight it, but I don't think it would have attacked you unless it seen you as a threat.
Yeah. So I think when you've had Wilson off the leader, Wilson's gone close to where the den is, and it's come out, and then you've been walking along. The fox has probably been there a couple of minutes before you even clocked it.
Yeah.
Because it's come out and seen Wilson close to the den, and then obviously you've called Wilson back. And it's just followed you to probably make sure you don't go anywhere near it.
What it became like, what I became aware of is I've done that walk now for like almost a year, right? And it's been dark since October. Now, as a rule, normally my normal walk isn't like that. My normal walk is me looking at my phone screen in the dark and holding the torch in front of me and occasionally going like that. I can go 10, 15 minutes and not know where Wilson is, and just assume he's with me. That fox could have been right after me the whole time.
Yeah.
This could have happened loads of times and I've just not seen it, But just so happens this time I caught a glimpse of it and then I was switched on.
Yeah.
But listen, listen, you call me mad. That fox was going to get me.
Because I know the area where you're talking about as well, right? In the middle of that area, for a human, you're probably 15, 20-minute walk from a main road. That's a pretty safe place for a fox to live. So I don't think it's strange that the fox was so big.
No,
I think you're taking the size of the fox too much into account. I think that's quite normal for a fox living in that place.
You look like a wolf. I don't describe it as a red wolf.
Yeah.
A very brave.
Because I've only ever seen foxes in towns and cities, and they're small because they get run over all the time.
Yeah, they're tiny. This wasn't normal fox. It had a big bushy tail. Like if you were to draw a perfect specimen fox, like a town and country magazine, look like that. Look like a fox off a town and country magazine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a watercolour. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, mate, there's the fox story. So
here's my question then. Could you take a fox in a fight?
I wouldn't want to.
No.
It's a dog, really, isn't it? Right?
A very agile, quick, and can be horrible.
No, not would you want to. If the fox had jumped at you,
Yeah.
do you think you would have won that fight?
Yeah.
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 You got the size advantage
Listen,
at the start.
I'd have won, but I might have come out with injury and probably disease.
Maybe rabies.
Yeah, so I'd probably be in a bad state, but it's not going to overpower you, is it?
No.
No. But it's going to outspeed you. It'll give you a few little ankle
definitely,
bites.
yeah.
A few little snacks on your ankle and that.
Yeah.
You never know, mate. They can jump quite high, right?
I'd imagine
I think so, yeah.
I'm going to Google one more thing. Has there ever been a fox attack on a human in the UK?
Oh, there must have been. Must have been at least one.
Yes. Are you listening, mother? Yes. There have been. So I Googled, has there ever been a fox attack on a human in the UK? And this is off the back of me being told, nonsense, Daniel. Nonsense. You're living in your own head. Yes. There have been several reported cases of fox attacks on humans in the UK. Though they are considered extremely rare, often involving babies or young children in their homes with injuries ranging from bites to more serious facial wounds.
Because that's a fight it can win, you see, so it won that fight.
But wildlife experts emphasise they're usually timid and only attack when feeling concerned or if food is present. But listen, it's playing it down. The answer is
Yes.
yes. There have been several reported cases of fox attacks on humans.
Yeah.
So as much as it's rare, I'm not buying foxes don't attack humans. What you mean is nearly all of the time foxes don't attack humans.
Yeah.
But sometimes they attack humans.
Yep.
And a Wilson, listen, I don't care if you're a human, a dog, a bird, you can see he is not a full shilling and he is of no threat to anybody. So that fox has just thought, look at this moron.
Yeah.
Right,
It's like people who get dogs as pets, don't they? And you never think that a dog could harm you, but they can't.
Yeah.
so this video is all here. Hilarious moment. Friendly fox bites man. Rabid fox attacks woman in Chester. Friendly fox shocks man. These are videos of foxes attacking humans. So, okay, foxes do attack humans sometimes,
Yep.
and that fox, I believe, was going to attack Wilson. So I'm not stupid.
So is this a me thing or a man thing? Right? I'm often sizing up wildlife thinking, could I have that in a fight or not? So we walk the dog around Hardwick Park quite a lot, and that's got horrible geese at Hardwick Park.
Yeah, nasty.
Vicious little bastards. And every time I'm walking past a hissing goose, I'm thinking, would I kick it in the chest or would I punch it in the head? What would be the best?
Yeah, so I'd run this through with my fox. Because he's not going to go for me; he's going to go for the dog. And I thought it's the old-fashioned avit, isn't it? It's a run. That's what it is. It's an avit. Yeah. So it would have been a run up and boom. Yeah. That's all he was getting. That's all I had, really. Well, after that, if that hasn't worked, then Wilson, you're on your own, innit?
Yeah, I was going to say, if I was in your situation, that fox is getting bent like Beckham, like.
Yeah, literally.
Exactly,
Wabang. See you in a bit. Yeah.
I was walking years ago. Now the kids were really young. I was walking through a housing estate, and 2 big greyhounds come trotting across the road. I'm going, "Hello, boy." And I'm thinking, could I fight 2 greyhounds? what the fuck? Where have they come from? What do I do?
Yeah, sometimes a big stray or a big dog that's unattended can come a bit, a little bit intimidating, isn't it? Sometimes, you know. But yeah, man, listen, I think I'd rather take my chances with a fox than a goose, though. I don't like gooses. Nah,
horrible things,
aren't they? Like baby, like ostriches, aren't they? Kind of thing.
The ones at Hardwick Park are horrible as well. They always hiss at everyone.
Yeah,
like me and my mum were just walking around there once, no animal whatsoever, and they just hissed.
Just bad tempers.
Yeah, just bad tempers, man.
Really horrible at Hardwick Park.
Yeah.
Have you ever been bit by a goose?
No.
I have. You know when you feed it bread? Do you remember that? You used to feed them bread back in the day.
Still do.
Do you? You're not supposed to.
But I like it.
They do like it, yeah. Yeah, I remember once giving a goose a piece of bread and like trying to keep hold of it, and it bit my finger. It hurt, actually. Like... It was like quite a decent little snack, like you could feel it. Like,
why are you playing tug of war with a goose for?
Yeah, well, I wanted it to eat out my hands. I was trying to be nice, and just, like they do. It just whoosh, and it took half my finger with it as well.
What we do, because he hasn't worked out what we're doing yet, he might watch this and now work it out. We give Tom, the youngest one, a bit of bread, and we give him the job of distracting the geese while we keep walking.
Beautiful. And that one day that'll be last you see a Tommy, he'll just disappear. He belongs to the geese now.
A goose on each shoulder.
Yeah, just take him away. Come with us, pal. But yeah, man. So there's my fox story. That's that. What else is?
I don't think you were mental, mate. If that makes you feel any better.
I'm with you on this one.
Yeah.
I don't. Something. Listen, I heard that there is such a thing where, like, can't foxes get like diseases where it messes the brain up and stuff, and like what if he's like actually ill and like okay, he wouldn't normally, because he obviously wasn't scared. That's unusual for him not to be scared.
Rabies turns animal vicious. Even humans, we just attack. It just takes over your brain. You just go into attack mode. Yeah.
Listen, there's enough evidence here to suggest I'm not an idiot. I knew what I felt and that I felt under threat. He wasn't curious. He was stalking his prey.
Yeah.
That's what it was. The only thing that stopped him was me making a carry on. But even then, it didn't scare him. He was just like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
I don't think I'm mad. I think I was about to get eaten. Well, Wilson was about to get eaten by a fox. I believe that was really it.
Yeah.
So I hope you're listening, ma'am. I've sat with a couple of experts here, and we've worked out that as much as it is very rare, it certainly does happen.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, what else? How long have we been rolling, Ron? Where are we at?
We are, I want to say, just at this point, just over an hour and 10.
Beautiful. Awesome. Beautiful. So, I haven't got out else on, really. I'm not going to tell you about my skin tag. That's a story for another day. I'll tell you. I'm in a bit of discomfort. I'll tell you. So, you ever had a skin tag before?
I haven't.
Right.
No. Neither have I. I've known on them. I've known of them.
Yeah, neither have I. And, I'm at an age now. Where, you're supposed to, you'll know about this, Rob. You have to check for things.
Yeah.
You have to check for lumps sometimes. You got to do a bit of personal inspection. You know what I mean? There is, things are real, and you got to, when you get to 40, you have to, in the privacy of your own home, you've got to just check out that everything's right and there's no lumps in places. It's part of it. And about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, I was doing my inspection, and I thought I had a crumb. Like a tiny crumb. What's that? A tiny crumb on my, on my marbles, shall we say. And I'm like, eh? And I could fit, and it wouldn't scratch off. And I was like, fuck's that? So, like, you get your phone torch, and you have I get into a room with better light, and I look. There's like a tiny, tiny, tiny pink bit of skin that is protruding now from underneath one of my, my carrier bag. So I'm like, I'm going to keep an eye on this. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do anything yet. I'm keeping an eye on this. Anyway, over like the following weeks, obviously, once you've found something like that, you become a bit obsessed with it.
Yeah.
So like you're constantly like, I'm fucking keeping, because obviously in a very serious place. I've Googled it, Google imaged it. It's a skin tag, right? Yeah. A very small skin tag, but it's a skin tag. So I'm like, okay, what do you do? I don't know if, again, when you start obsessing about something, your mind plays tricks on you. I got it in my head it was getting bigger. I don't know if it was, but I got it in my head it's getting bigger. Yeah. So obviously when it's somewhere like that, you think, I need rid of this. I'm not having this. Yeah. So I got a tin of freezy stuff. Have you seen that freezy stuff before? Right, okay. Now, I'm also, I am an idiot, but I'm also not stupid. I knew that freezy stuff, ball sack, this could be a dangerous game here. So I've read the back, and it said, spray for 15 seconds. I'm like, 15 seconds is a long time. Do you know what I mean?
This sounds painful in that part of your body.
Yeah, man. So fucking, anyway, this goes back now. I think, when did I do the deed? I did it Monday, I think. Yeah, it was Monday. So I put it off. I'd got the stuff a week ago, but I'd been putting it off thinking, I'll just wait because it might go away on its own. And I was like considering, do I just fucking cut it with some scissors? And I thought, you can't be cutting things down there. Just do it properly. That Google said, get this cryo stuff, right? So, okay, I'm going to do this. Came to the day, had enough excuses, took myself to a well-lit room and thought, right, okay, calm yourself. You know what I mean? It's going to be unpleasant. You know what I mean? So I did a little test on my hand. I thought, what does this feel like? So I did like 1 second. And that 1 second, right, was like this icy sharpness. And I was like, whoa. And that was on like my hand. And I'm like, huh. Like in the delicate scale, like, I couldn't do that to my balls. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I'm thinking, oh no. So, this is right. Okay. So I get my phone, get the torch, right? It's fucking, go do it, man, up. Anyway, to cut a long story short, did it. You can, mate, I was going 1, 2. When I got to 2, tears, mate, started to stream. And like, it felt like a dream where I was like 3, 4, anyway, yeah, it went from pain, excruciating to numb. That's what happened. And when I got to about 7, couldn't feel anything anymore. It just went, I think my pain receptors just went, and just like, just maxed out. There was nothing else there. And anyway, held it. Arms, literally my arm's starting to shake. And then, drop it. Fucking look, just put it away. Don't look. Anyway, went about my day, had a shower. To be fair, right, on the first day, like, I obviously had a little wash, wasn't sore or nothing. And I thought, oh, it's all right. Anyway, 24 hours later, it started to sting a bit. I didn't look, so I don't want to. I don't want to look. Right? Yeah, I'm just going to wait. It said leave it a few days and it'll sort itself out. Anyway, we're now 3 days in. And today I had because it's like, it's hard to describe. It's like underneath. It's like the only way you could see it, right, is if I stood over you like this and you were stood behind me and you went like that. That's how you could see it. You can't see it face on. You have to you know what I mean? Like, you have to turn it like inside out. You know what I mean? Like, so I thought I'm going to have a look. It was this morning in there because what's been happening is it's started to be like painful. Like when I'm sitting down, I can feel it, and I'm like, oh, when you go for a wee, and you whip it out, it's really sore. So I'm like, right, okay. So today I had a look. Mate, you want to see the fucking mess? You want to see the mess?
No, I don't want to see it.
You now, mate. I literally wish I didn't look. I'm telling you, mate. What a mess. Like, it's literally, mate, it's just ravaged it. It looks like an open wound. Like, that's what I want to describe it as, like this bloody sore. That's what it looks like. It looks like a giant ulcer. You know what I mean? It's like this great big... Yeah, I might have to keep a real eye on this. Do you know what I mean? Like, because there hasn't been an improvement.
Yeah, that's
I've gone from this tiny bit of skin to this huge wound.
Yeah.
I definitely applied it correctly. I definitely did what it said. I definitely held it over it. I used all the right attachments for the 15 seconds. Now, granted, I didn't read the small print to say, like, maybe don't do it there.
Yeah.
Like, maybe this is designed for, like, if you got one under your arm. I don't know. So possibly I need to look into that. But to cut a long story short, or a short story long, it's a right mess down there, like, and now I have a proper wound. We heal, right? Bodies heal.
Yeah, we do,
It can only
yeah,
get better, right?
Well, how well do you heal in frostbite?
I've never had frostbite.
I think you might have done.
Oh, well, I think I do now. Yeah, that's the thing. So, yeah, just advice for anybody who messes about with that cryo stuff. Just watch what you're doing, because it's no joke. Like,
I think
You
it's
got to
probably
go to the
safe.
gynecologist and get yourself in the stirrups.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep an eye on it. Look, it's a wound. It'll heal, right? It'll scab over, whatever. But yeah, that's my skin tag story. Great podcast. Great podcast crack. But listen,
If you did this on Pornhub, you could actually show everyone what it looked
probably,
like,
yeah, I could have monetized that, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Could have monetized it.
We'll put the link down below.
Yeah, mate, yeah. Just at the bottom of this video, there'll be a link to a picture of my nutsack.
Onlyfans.com/people like us.
Yeah, mate, who knows? Who knows, eh? Pictures of feet alongside it and all sorts. Anyway, foxes, wounds on balls, Venezuela.
Not lizards.
Lizards,
Yeah.
scorpions, the bunyip. There you go, mate. That's a classic episode of People Like Us. We'll call it there, lads. That'll do us,
in
right?
the bag.
It's about
In
1
the
hour
bag.
20.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Rob, for talking to People Like
Thank
Us.
you.
That's the end of the show, everybody. Keep watching, keep liking, keep subscribing, and we will see you next time.